Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today in this most amazing setting. And it's not a backdrop, it's real. The colors, the hills, the bright light, and this amazing rock. This amazing rock behind me is extremely special. So it's my turn to say welcome to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles and beyond. The more we are becoming aware of coincidences, which, which seem more and more like little miracles, and upon reflection, realize that our whole life's fabric is magic and miracles. As soon as we elect not to tune in to the media in their constant attempt to build another system to lock people into the endless cycle of getting it right, you know that's what they're doing. And at dinner this week, Robert spoke about how we have been taught to measure interference, not what's right, but to measure what's interfering. A shift in focus is all that it takes, like not examining what fell off the back of the truck. And once you transmit there is nothing wrong with anything, and everyone knows, they all know what to do under all circumstances, possible or impossible. This you will feel, and you will recognize that the force is disappearing. And you'll see a sweet smile of recognition that is part of our universal knowing. That's what's so exciting. When you get it right, you don't have to fall for the falseness. And that's what the Advancement Center is all about. Now, as this awareness has been growing for years, the Advancement Center has been growing too. From Robert's broadcast, where he brought in Simeon in 2014, once a week, to 6 broadcasts a week in 2022. And our team is stronger all the time. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Simeon breaks up everything that has become static and transports us all at the speed of light with balance into a place where no rules exist because it is ours to experience and to flourish. I love those days. And of course, when the broadcast is over, I have the added pleasure to hear it again and edit Dragon's transcript, which is an electronic listening to Simeon's words and presenting us with a bit of a cockeyed transcript that I correct. But what a pleasure. And then when I have the corrected transcript, I send it to our dearest friends. So if you consider yourself part of our family and you would like to receive that transcript of the actual broadcast, let me know. It'll be my pleasure to share the wonder with you. Now, we're up to Friday. David held us spellbound as he delineated with care how it is possible to work from the future. Here is a sample of his knowingness, and it's a part of a longer piece. And he says, "You see, the you that you see is working with the you that you feel from a place called the future that we now know is truly real. Feel the you at the right hand of your Creator, and from this life you'll have no fear, because you will know the bigger picture of the you that's also here." It is charming, it is wonderful, and there's no age that won't get that. Thank you, David. That is just totally delightful. Yeah. And when you know the future, you see it, you feel it, you manifest it. And that's exciting. Hasn't that happened to you? It's happened to me a lot of times. You get some form of a picture and you can see yourself in that picture, and it may be many, many years in the future, but you still see it, and it all comes true if it's meant to. Where was I? Oh yes, here we go. There is so much richness. I jot down notes, and then I have to maneuver around my notes. So, okay. So we've taken care of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Today is Sunday. And now we come to Tuesday, which we skipped over. And Genya holds many keys on her key ring here at the Advancement Center, from creating the artful invitations each week sent out to all our subscribers, including updates when Simeon's transmission was put back an hour until 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time to accommodate a need. That's so like him. Plus, delighting us every Tuesday, Genya broadcasts with her love of people, birds, and all of nature. And her stories are just charming and wonderful. And we get so much joy from there. And now we come to that part where I've been writing all week, editing and writing. And I'll read a bit from my journal. So this was written, I guess, last night. And it says, I feel like I'm reading fiction because it's describing a life that I only dreamed about 20, 30, 40 years ago. Last night I wrote to Simeon about our powerful day yesterday, from the first word of the transmission to editing with total joy and looking to today's broadcast. But last night I said, Dearest Simeon, Robert is asleep. No, I'm, I have to follow all the arrows that I've given to myself. Okay, I'm just going to read to you what Simeon wrote to me. Dearest Barbara, your day has been dedicated to hearing good news and sharing it with others. This is what makes you tick, making others happy with good news and thereby creating even more good news. Remain steady and always go with your heart and live from the future, thereby manifesting the best. See you in the morning. Love, Simeon. And of course, this morning I wrote, Today is Father's Day, and my broadcast day, and all that comes to me is Father in heaven, my own loving Father, whose love was all inclusive to everyone and helping all to learn whatever subject presented itself. When he coached students in advanced mathematics, his primary aim was to find the root of the problem. They were failing, and I can read my own writing. Okay, he finally discovered that their failing usually had them not fully understanding fractions, which they had been exposed to about 6 years before. Can you imagine? I mean, I can imagine being in school, not quite getting it, and keep going and going and going and adding on more and more confusion until finally in New York, when you have to study for your Regents test, which is a statewide horror, they came to my dad and they sat with him. And he sat with them until they recognized where they had taken the road off the main highway. And they'd walk out so relieved and so happy. And with his love and guidance, started all over in full comprehension and a solid ground from which to go forward. He and my mother opened a business school called Speedwriting in Cleveland, Ohio, where hundreds of students gained mastery of shorthand and an entry to a life in business, a livelihood, and used for many years. You see, it was all based on the ABCs. You didn't have to learn light and dark and angles and all kinds of hieroglyphics. So it was a good success. And that became the Whiting Business College at Public Square. At my dad's memorial service, I turned around and saw those hundreds of students he guided and who loved him. I feel much like him because when I locate the safety or home where my clients were, forgive me, where my clients were unsafe, oh yeah, I would always make sure we would go back to the place where they felt on safe, solid ground before moving ahead with anything new. That is what I'd like to see brought into education, to make sure that everyone is living to their own ability and increase the metronome little by little. That's loving and that's caring. And safety really does have to come first. Safety from harm, and it brings back a memory for me. Many years ago in Brooklyn, New York, we kids used to play Ring Alivio. Now, anyone on this call from Brooklyn will know that name because that's pure Brooklyn. An elaborate game of tag, and you had to run and hide without being tagged. There was a safe zone where you couldn't be tagged, or in extreme games, you just ran home because there was no safe zone. We never outgrow our need for a safe zone and soon learn that it is not in the physical. A physical location like school, a church, or temple, but a knowing that we carry with us as we breathe. And that is in our Creator's world. Sitting at his right hand. No doubts. Conscious. No worry. Just total acceptance of exactly who you are. My safe zone in the game of life down here on earth is seeing myself in the world of my Creator. Now that's what I wrote to Simeon. Let's see what he answered. Dearest Barbara, you were delivered to earth and never abandoned. I've been watching you since you were extremely young. The route you took was complex, or should I say, the route laid out in front of you was quite different from that of your schoolmates, and not one experience was wasted because what emerged was a reflection of the love you received and spurred you on to more and more with until this very moment when you are sitting in your rightful place speaking to your amazing extended family regarding the magic and miracles of our new world. Endless love from us. Love, Simeon. Sorry, my handwriting is difficult for me to read, but I think you get it. Relaxation and calmness in the knowing what you know, and the location where you feel the safety of a safe zone. And then he added, P.S. Continue to look into the future and know that it is available now if you step into it and boldly continue without any reference to the past. So that is a very clear message. Um, then I found this that I think is wonderful. I love to share all the good things with you. And he said, don't, don't keep referring to your past. I hear that all the time from Robert. And here it says, never look back, even if you think you need to recap on what you have said previously. You can only move forward and have total confidence in what is delivered from your origin. The more detail that is required, the more you need to move forward and collect what is there rather than look back and attempt to retain what was never intended for your retention. This is the element of simplicity that is paramount in your life and most certainly important for the advancement of humanity. In other words, we have so much ahead of us in the magic and the miracles of what's coming in the future that we don't have time to look back because there's always something new coming, and that's exciting. And of course, you know that nothing remains the same as you move forward. And as the mystery unfolds, there are unknown elements that present themselves and make a permanent difference in everyone's life. The difference between those who are actively pursuing advancement and those who do not know what that means is gradually disappearing as the miracles present themselves and the mystery elegantly unfolds for our enlightenment and entertainment. You are now free to pursue the simplicity in every way and watch as the miracles appear in the lives of those around you. A knowing smile is all that is needed to indicate your involvement. So smile, smile a lot. It carries an untold message that needs to be told again and again. Yeah. Something new has been added to my life, and I thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. Out of the blue, I received an invitation to a writing exercise. And this woman is brilliant and delightful. And if what I say interests you, let me know and I'll tell you more about it. Her name is Nadya Colburn. She's a published author. She's written books on poetry. And I feel that her latest desire and wish is to have everyone write from their center. So there were 5 days, and I made it a date with myself for 5 days to sit with her, do a short meditation. She would read an elegant poem by Mary Oliver or Rumi or something wonderful. And then she would invite you to just write from your center. Now, I did this for 5 days, and each time I discovered but I had never seen before. And I love it. And I love writing. As you know, my journal is filled, but this is writing from a new place and after being very quiet, and I have enjoyed it immensely. So, tomorrow starts 10 days. So, I'm just going to make a 15-minute date with myself once a day for 10 days. And once again, if you're interested, let me know, and I'll forward this to you. It's just been fun sharing this with you because I know there's a lot coming and so much more that I can grasp in one telling. So that's my writing experience these days, and I recommend it. So now I usually show you the product of my Thursday night art class, but this week was a little different. As you know, we all love color and we love expression, and I've just had an amazing time. But everyone in the class on the Zoom call would say, perspective, um, drawing figures. We don't know how to do that. So this was a night of drawing figures, and and it's been a very exciting thing because what we did was this was Mandar, the art teacher, and this is what he drew. See that? The guy on the left, or if it's, I don't know if it's your right or your left, he's standing at a subway station, and the other one is a girl on the beach. But the reason I'm telling you all this is because Robert is the draftsman. He is superb in drawing, and the accuracy of even his handwriting is magnificent, and the accuracy of his drawing is fabulous. And I think the most loving gift I've received is Robert walked into the office where I was sitting getting ready for the class, and he carried these two items. Can you guess what they are? Well, first I can tell you they're paper toweling, but he was showing me angles, and he was giving me his expertise. So here you go. I don't want to lose this. We all know that's a right angle. And of course, that's a 45-degree angle. And that's another 45, which adds up to another 90 up here. I thought, boy, that's going to come in handy. But then he went further and he gave me this one. Can you see that? No, this way. So here's the 90, but this is a 30-degree angle, and this is a 60-degree angle. So I treasure these pieces of paper toweling because his love and attention to the detail to help make my life easier was, and still is, so appreciated. So here's what came out of it. It's huge. Now, there's the guy at the subway station, and there's the girl on the beach. I tried my best. It wasn't exciting. It's not colorful. It's not displayed on the kitchen counter, but it was a learning, and we'll see where we go from here. But it's fun to share these things with you. So, these wonderful additions to our life of nature and birds, which are here all the time, and drawing and writing, and knowing that I'm going to meet with you once a week is such an enrichment and so beautiful. And we are living that world of magic and miracles. And you're all part of this magic. So, with that, I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a truly magical future. Thank you for being here today.